When it comes to writing, one of the most important things for me has been that I listen to what the next thing is that I need to do for my healing. So we're talking about our ear chakras and listening, properly listening. So every single piece of my writing is geared around that. The topic that I've put in to talk about is figure out who wants to listen to what you have to say, or how I said it, who you want to hear your message. Do you know? That's important, absolutely, because you want to find out who your audience is, and at the same time, though, you don't want to disconnect from what you're meant to be writing in favour of what you think people need to hear or want to hear either. Don't lose yourself in that. If the writing is all about turning up to find yourself, just like before when you were sharing how most of your healing comes through your sharing, it's always going to be a success because it didn't fail you. Your writing did not fail you. You succeeded to heal, to move to that next level, to elevate, to be more real, to really grab hold of the gems that are dropping into your hands because you let yourself. So when it comes to marketing nowadays, they say, oh, well, you need to target audience and you need to, who you're pitching your book to and all those kind of things. You can let all that kind of stuff come later, because if you're true to what you're writing, it will speak to who it's meant to speak to, without any business of yours to try and figure it out before you even start. If you get too much up into your head about what you should be writing and who's listening and all that kind of stuff, it really disconnects you from perhaps bigger things that are at play that you may not even fathom yet as to why this information is coming through to you. I have absolutely no idea where my books are going to go in the future or who's going to read them. And to be honest, it's really none of my business. You know? When you are able to do that, when you're able to take the ego right out of it and just go, actually, this is bigger than me. This is about turning up, listening for my healing, writing, recording it, penning it, dictating it if you need to get it into that written form. And then the rest is, as they say, up to the universe. I've also said in my little notes here, what are you, when it's coming through. This has happened for me when I've been writing articles for Holistic Bliss, where a message has come through and it's dropped in, or I'm drawn to something, whether it be Eurovision or terrorism or a political thing, and I've got stuff around it, and I've got my own processes around it, and I'm frustrated around it, or I'm by it, or I'm excited by it, and I can't stop thinking about how wonderful Eurovision is and how much everybody needs to watch it for learning about equality and political method, whatever it is, whether it's the information comes through and it's this blanket information, and then I go, how is that socially relevant? How can I actually make that sort of bring Spirit's wisdom down and then intertwine what's really current in society, so it actually hits people in a way that it's tangible. It's not airy fairy lofty. It's actually in that concrete example of everyday life of what's really going on. For me, that's, I think, probably one of my best skills is keeping it in the everyday, so that people, it doesn't get too far out there that they go, oh, I just don't, I'm not following it. It's in the everyday language, it's in the everyday world. So you can do both. You can see what's plaguing you in the everyday world, and then you go, I think I need to do some writing about that because I am stuck on this. I am not it's not going away. I need to be honest with myself and write about it for myself, do my little downloads, see what comes through from Spirit, find a solution, resolve it, get myself to a place of actually joy and peace with it. And if you haven't got joy and peace around it, then there's something not resolved. So there's lots to write about, right? So when it comes to blanket information coming through that you really don't know what it means, or it's so deep even for you that you're just like, what? What you can do is say, well, show me some examples of how this applies. So you can actually just let yourself let go, just turn up for it, give yourself permission to receive, it doesn't have to make sense, and then you can actually ask to be shown how that is relevant in today and what form you need to put it in. Because it's not always going to make sense. It certainly didn't always make sense to me, and then I had to kind of think about it and go, what does that even mean? So, because it's so deep that my consciousness needed to grow to actually understand it, you know? So, yeah, like, grow. So, like, grow to dive into it. So, I might just stop the tape there.